Hello everyone! Welcome to this English course on adverbs. And in this video, we're going to talk about adverbs. Now, the simplest definition of an adverb is that it's a word that describes or modifies a verb. Now, actually, adverbs can modify other parts of the sentence, like other adverbs. But in this video, we will focus on verbs and 4 kinds of adverbs. Adverbs of time, adverbs of place, of manner, and adverbs of degree. Usually, they will answer the following questions about the verbs: when, where, how, and to what extent. Let's look at these sentences. The boy ran, and then we have the boy ran excitedly. Now, this example shows the power of adverbs. In the second sentence, you find out how the boy ran. In the first sentence, you don't have any information on how the boy ran. So in the second sentence, we find out that the boy was very excited. So it's very important to understand adverbs and understand how to use them, because they will make you speak English a lot better. So let's get started. First, let's talk about the position of an adverb. So where do we put the adverb in the sentence? Now, that is a bit tricky because the adverb in an English sentence can be in different parts of the sentence. Let's look at a few examples. She climbed the mountain slowly. Slowly, she climbed the mountain. She slowly climbed the mountain. Can you guess which word is the adverb? The word slowly is the adverb. It describes how she climbed the mountain. And as you can see, the adverb is in 3 different parts of the sentence, but the meaning is exactly the same. So let's practice pronunciation. Repeat after me, please. She climbed the mountain slowly. Slowly, she climbed the mountain. She slowly climbed the mountain. Great, guys. Let's move on. Let's now talk about how to make adverbs. Now, most adverbs, not all of them, but most of them, end in ly. So it's actually very easy. You take the adjective and you add ly at the end. Let's look at a few examples. If you have the adjective nice and you add ly to it, you make the adverb nicely. So, for example, you could say, he is a nice speaker, using the adjective nice, but you could also use the adverb nicely and say, he speaks nicely. A second example, if we take the adjective quick and we add ly, we can make the adverb quickly. So we could say, he is a quick runner, but we could also say, he runs quickly. Okay, let's practice pronunciation. Repeat after me, please. He speaks nicely. He runs quickly. Good job, guys. Let's move on. Be careful, guys. Not all adverbs end in ly. Some adjectives don't change form when they become adverbs. They're called flat adverbs. Typical flat adverbs would be early or late and a few others. And it's very important to know these flat adverbs because a lot of my students try to add ly to some adjectives, and unfortunately they make incorrect sentences. So let's take a look at an example. Okay, if I tell you the car drove fastly, do you think that makes sense? Now, it does make sense to try to add ly to the adjective fast, but unfortunately, guys, fastly does not exist in English. So the correct sentence is the car drove fast. Another example. He arrived late or lately to class. What do you think is the correct answer? Again, it makes sense to try to add ly to the adjective late, but lately is not the adverb of the adjective late. The adverb is late. So the correct sentence is he arrived late to class. Let's practice pronunciation. Please repeat after me. The car drove fast. He arrived late to class. Great job, guys. I hope you now understand flat adverbs better. Let's move on. Let's now take a look at a few sentences to practice finding and making adverbs that modify verbs. Now, remember, adverbs tell us so much about the verb. Usually, they tell us when or where or how or to what degree. So the first example we have is, he easily lifted the box. Can you spot the adverb in this sentence? Of course, the adverb is easily, ending in ly, okay? And it tells us how he lifted the box. It's an adverb of manner. Now the second sentence, and this is a bit more difficult. I will download the file tomorrow. Now where is the adverb? Because there is no word ending in ly, so it's a bit more complicated. Well, the adverb is tomorrow, and it tells you when. It's an adverb of time, and these are sometimes a bit more difficult. Make sure you watch my next video. I will talk about them. Our third example now. I put it there. Again, no word ending in ly. The adverb is the word there, and it tells us where. It's an adverb of place. We will talk about them in our next videos as well. And our last example, you didn't study enough for the test. The adverb is the word enough, and it's an adverb of degree. Okay, it tells us to what degree. Again, it's not a word ending in ly, and we will talk about adverbs of degree in our next videos. For now, let's practice pronunciation a bit. Please repeat after me. He easily lifted the box. I will download the file tomorrow. I put it there. You didn't study enough for the test. Great, guys. Remember, guys, it's very important to understand adverbs and to know how to make them. They will make you speak English so much better. And this video was only a quick introduction to adverbs in English. In our next videos, we will focus on each kind of adverb, so make sure you watch the rest of the course. Thank you for watching my video, and see you next time. Thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you liked it and found it useful. If you have, please show me your support. Click like, subscribe to the channel, put your comments below if you have any, and share the video with your friends. See you!